In this video, we're going to look at using three functions, search, filter, and lookup, in your Power Apps Canvas app to reduce the amount of data that is returned from a data source. The search function finds records in a table that contain a string in one of their columns. The filter function, on the other hand, finds records in a table that satisfy a formula. And finally, the lookup function finds the first record in the table that satisfies the formula that you provide. Now let's jump in and see how these work. Let's start with search. And to do this, I've built a Canvas app that has a list of accounts. So this shows all the accounts that I have in my environment. And I've added a search box, but I haven't connected this up to the data source. So if we look at the data source for the gallery right now, it is pulling directly from accounts, meaning it would show all the accounts that are available. I'm going to replace this with a search. Now in this, what I've done is I'm searching on accounts based on text input, which is my search box that I have here. And I'm telling it to search an account number, city, composite from the address, and the name field. Now remember, search looks for the data anywhere in any of those columns. Let's give it a try. First, let's just put a Y in there and see what we get back. We get back 3. Well, let's qualify it more and notice it finds it. So we can see that our search is working. Let's move on and look at filter. Now first, before we set up our filter, let's get a value that we can filter on. We're going to filter on cities. So what I want to do is add a combo box that will have a list of city names in it. Go ahead and rename this combo city. And for the source of this data, we're going to do a distinct on accounts, pulling all the address city fields into the list. And if we hold down the Alt key and pull this down, we can see that we now have a list of unique city names. We'll use this to filter our results that we show before we do the search, meaning we'll only search for those that match the filter criteria that we have. Now, let's go change the source for our gallery to, instead of having a search that goes directly against accounts, to have search that uses our filter. So we'll replace this search with our new search. We'll format that and take a look at what we're doing. We're doing a search on the results from filter accounts where the city in our combo box is equal to the city, or it's blank. We're searching on the text that we put in the search field, and we're searching these columns. Let's give it a try. So we can clear this out. We'll see we have a whole bunch. Now let's go ahead and try our filter. And you notice that we have Dallas on there. Let's go ahead and clear that out. Let's go to Redmond because there's multiple. Now let's go ahead and combine that with something in our search. So let's search on city and we get just the one record. So there you can see how you combine search and filter together. Now let's try using the lookup function, which returns a single record that matches one or more criteria that we provide. To do that, let's go ahead and move this down a little bit and let's add a label in there. And what we're going to do is we're going to populate it with the name of the first matching account with our criteria. And so to do that, we're going to use the lookup function on the text value. Let's go ahead and populate the text property with a lookup that reduces it down to just the account name. So let's talk about what we're doing here. We're saying lookup on accounts where the city is blank if we don't provide a city, or the city is equal to the city we provide, and take the first account name. So if we go ahead and look at our field right now, we can see that this is populated with city, power, and light. We can even remove our criteria here. Notice that if we remove the name, we still get city, power, and light as the first record because it matches and is the first one returned. Unlike filter that returns multiple records, this allows us to populate a text field or other things like that where you need a single record return from the result set. Just remember it's the first one that matches your criteria. So there you have it. We looked at search, filter, and lookup in 3 different scenarios of how to use them in a Canvas app.